A 4-hour directional bias is extremely important. It is one of the most important aspects to the entire strategy. So what you must know, what is vital information, which most of you already know, is what trends are. So what an uptrend is and what a downtrend is. So just to quickly draw it on, I don't want to spend too long on this because pretty much everyone already knows this, but I have to go over it anyway. So an uptrend is where we get a bullish leg like that, a pullback, a bullish leg, pullback, bullish leg like that. And that is an uptrend. So that is an uptrend structure in the market. We call this right here a higher high. We call this right here a higher low. So that's a higher high again, and that's a higher low. So to break it down a bit further, if I get my line tool, once this high here is broken like that, that means the uptrend has continued. So we're still in an uptrend. So once that high is broken, we're still in an uptrend. Again, just like before, once this high is broken, it means we're still in an uptrend. But on the other hand, if we have this higher low right here, whilst price was uptrending, we created this higher low right here. If price then comes back down and it breaks below this higher low, we are no longer in an uptrend, and then we are in a downtrend because it has broken the higher low there. So this is what I mean by an uptrend. If we were in a downtrend, and it's just a bit of an example there of when it would be broken. If we're in a downtrend, it's just the opposite. So we get bearish leg, we get pullback, we get bearish leg, pullback, bearish leg, just like that. So that is a lower low, that is a lower high, that is a lower low, that is a lower high, and so on and so forth. So when this zone right here, this lower low was broken and price started to trade below it, that means that the downtrend continued. Just like in this case, once price broke below there, that means the downtrend continued. But if this right there, if that lower high was broken, so price traded up above there and then broke it, we would then be in bullish market structure because price is breaking highs. So when price is breaking highs, we're in bullish market structure. When price is breaking lows, we're in bearish market structure. So on this example, when price is breaking lows, we're in bearish structure. When price is breaking highs, we're in bullish structure. So I'm going to show you a few examples right now on the actual charts. So what I'll do is I'll just go up, and I'm on gold right now. And what you can see is that I've drawn on. What I use is, if you can see on the left here, I use the circle tool, then I put it in yellow. I think this is what looks cleanest. And instead of drawing a load of trend lines and stuff, this is what looks cleanest to draw on higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. So for example, on gold, you can see that price was downtrending. Price was pushing down. If I start from here, we had a lower low. We then had the bullish pullback. We then created a lower high. We then had a big drop to the downside, create a lower low. We then had the bullish pullback, create a lower high. We then had another bearish leg to the downside, and we created a higher low. So we were in a downtrend at this point. So what this means is that once we're in a downtrend, we're only looking for sells. This is the second rule to your trading plan. Once we're in a downtrend, we're looking for sells. Once we're in an uptrend, we're looking for buys. And this is on the 4-hour. So if I just draw this on real quick. So I've drawn it on here. You can see if the 4-hour is uptrending, it's buys only. You cannot ever sell or you're breaking the trading plan. If the 4-hour is downtrending, like it is in this case, you're only selling. So the sells only, you cannot buy. So that is the rule to the 4-hour, and that is what you need to know. But as I said, back to this example now. So at this point, you would only be selling because it's a downtrend. But what we have here is the previous, this was the last bit of market structure. So this was the lower high. If this is broken, because that is a lower high zone, then if that's broken, the price goes above, that means we're entering bullish market structure. Then we'd only be looking for buys. But when the 4-hour was like this, what we're trying to catch is another lower high. So we've had the bearish leg, we're looking for the bullish pullback. So we've had the lower low there, we're looking for the bullish pullback. All we're looking for at that point is to catch a lower high, so then we can catch it to the downside. And we use the lower time frames to actually get in. But on the 4-hour, this is what we look for. But like I said, with this example, price broke above, and that's where we are right now. So that means that price has now entered bullish market structure. We've pushed above the zone right there. So if I take that off, we've pushed above that point. So say this is now, obviously the weekend now, but say that is the high. All we'd then look for is a pullback on the 4-hour. We get in, and then we'd look to catch that big move off to the upside, because that is the structure of an uptrend. If I draw it on, so we're expecting this to be the first bullish leg of the uptrend. We then have a bearish pullback, we create a higher low, we then push up in the next bullish leg and catch a higher high. So this is what you want to be looking at on the 4 hour. So on GBP AUD, I'm going to show you an example from a trade today of why you must trade in the direction of the trend on the 4 hour. Because if you took it in the opposite direction, you would have lost, but we won because we knew the trend of the 4 hour. So I'm going to show you the example right now on GA. Now you'll remember the two zones I had on. We were only bearish, we were only looking for sells. I've broken all the higher time frames down. I did that in the Outlook video. So we were only looking for sells, and we had these two zones we were looking for. So this is right before US started. So at this point, all we were looking for, I'm actually just going to tighten up a little bit, the 15 there. All we were looking for was either a push up to that zone, a rejection, and a drop, or we were looking for a break and retest of this zone here, which was the previous day's US low. I'm going to put it on the 5 minute. So at the start of the session, price did this, ranged around, then tapped into the zone and started to show rejections. Now, you couldn't be buying here. There was no way you'd be buying here because the higher time frames were telling us that it's only sells because of the market structure. And if you were to buy, then what would have happened? Well, you'd have taken a loss because you have to follow the higher time frame market structure. But now, an hour into the session, it was a new 4 hour, we had successfully broken below the zone. So now all we're looking for is a pullback to this zone so we can start to sell. What do the next candles do? Well, the next candle taps in like that. That's not enough to sell though, because it's not a rejection. But then the next one, like this, that is, you can sell from that point there. So from this point, you could have got to selling. So if I do that, the target was the next US low zone down, which as you can see to the left was this zone right there. So you just had to target down there, just down there. And then your stop would have been just a bit up there above the zone that we were trading. And now there was another candle, I think it came up like that. Yep, this candle right here, this 5 minute was the one which pretty much sealed the deal. If you weren't in already, that is where you would have definitely got in. Very clear rejection. So that's a very nice 5 minute break and retest of that zone to the left. So what we did in the start of the session, we tapped in, then rejected, then came all the way back down. So you would never have bought there, but then price came in for the retest. We then had this 5 minute candle, and from this point, price literally just sunk. It only took 20 minutes, and price came all the way down to TP.